Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on to the award for Political Humour and Satire Book of the Year. Open to any book meeting the criteria of being funny or satirical. A shoo-in, you'd think, for the 100-page UKIP register of members and councillors. But you'd be wrong. Here are those whose job it was to make a serious choice about the funniest books.
Peter Brooks, Sheila Fogarty, Katie Guest, Andrew Pearce, and Hugo Rifkind.
Now, as we're all too aware, satire isn't always a laughing matter. And this month, a group of writers and cartoonists paid with their lives for exercising a freedom that we often take for granted. The freedom to mock, to ridicule, to question and offend without fear, favour or exception. So in recognition of that, it's particularly appropriate that we have a special guest to present this particular award. We're honoured to welcome the French Ambassador, Her Excellency, Madame Sylvie Bermann.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here tonight, and especially to present an award that is celebrating authors and artists who entertain and provoke laughter at the same time as they make us think. But the reason I've been invited here tonight is certainly a serious one. 3 weeks ago, today, as you said, a number of people paid with their lives for doing those very same things. After the events in Paris, it is hugely symbolic to be presenting this particular prize. France and the UK have long and rich traditions of satire. France's recently came under attack, but as the survivors' edition of Charlie Hebdo showed us, these attempts to suppress free speech won't succeed. Thank you. For France, as in the UK, freedom of speech is a sacred principle. A century before Voltaire, the great English poet John Milton said, "Give me liberty to know, to utter, and to argue freely according to conscience, above all liberties." I repeat another quote, which we've heard a lot recently, and which is sometimes attributed to Voltaire. "I don't agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it." Indeed, I remind myself of this with gritted teeth every time I read a new piece of French bashing in the UK press. So on to the shortlist for Political Humour and Satire Book of the Year. And the nominees are
Who's Feckin' Who in Irish History by Colin Murphy, published by the O'Brien Press. Lissaleny by John Rentoul, published by Elliott and Thompson. The Best of Britain's Political Cartoons 2014 by Tim Benson, published by Scribe UK. I Never Promised You a Rose Garden by John Crace, published by Bantam Press. A Very Courageous Decision by Graham McCann, published by Aurum Press. Would They Lie to You by Robert Hutton, published by Elliott and Thompson. The Coalition Book by Martin Rowson, published by Self-Made Hero.
And, well, the judges felt that this category looks to honor a book that conveys a serious political message while also raising a smile. The winning book made the judges laugh out loud and also winced. You can look at the same illustration a dozen times and always find something new to marvel at. Its author is a genius, and the winner is The Coalition book by Martin Rawson.
Je suis Charlie.
Yes.
Vraiment, je ne suis pas Charlie, je suis Martin. Mais parce que ce livre Coalition serait impossible sans tous les cools et tous les cons et tous les onanistes dans ce gouvernement idiot et horrible, je suis Dave. Je suis Nick, je suis George, je suis Vance. Je suis Danny. Merde alors. Ah bah, ces coalitions horribles et idiotes. Ah bah, les cochons touristes. Ah bah, les chiens libéraux démocratiques. Ah bah, les moutons. Travail nouvelle, Ava, Farage, les serpentes poujadistes. Ah bah, l'austérité. Vive Paddy Power. Vive tous les juges sages et justes et belles. Vive Milord Ashcroft. Vive Self-Made Hero. Vive les dessins satiriques et les caricatures. Et vive Charlie Hebdo. Merci.
Bravo, well done. Lovely.